overlay. Overlay is almost perfect. Hello, Internet. Hello and welcome to another session of exploring Suferia. And look at that, our overlay is back. I've simplified it so that I don't have to worry about the order that the players are in or get everything just right. But you don't have to look at the hideous map in the background while we're role playing. You may.
Hey, it's a beautiful map.
Sure. You
Do I
may.
get inspiration for no?
Wow. It has begun. So, speaking of inspiration, you may notice that there's this interesting little dodecahedron, uh, with a 5 by it. And so I'm trying something new. It's a new system for inspiration. It is adapted from something that Jake from Mini Terrain Domain does. Yes, Max?
It's an icosahedron. Dodecahedron's a D12.
Well, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we not fans of geometry on this?
So that's one less inspiration right there.
I am strictly an algebra gal.
So anyway, the idea is that you have a pool of dice, and there are rules for what you can do with this pool of dice, which I'm calling the cool pool, by the way, just because I can.
Yeah, why not?
And so the players aren't going to be able to see this unless you have the stream up. But for 2 of your dice, you can re-roll any d20 roll that you make that you don't like before I announce success or failure. Or for another 2 dice, you can make me re-roll a d20 roll that I make. For 3 dice, you can spend hit dice without short resting. For 4 dice, you can turn a failed death save into a success, unless it's a crit fail. If you roll a nat 1 on your death save and you want to turn that into a success, that requires 8 dice. And then for 5 dice, you can turn a hit on an attack roll into a super crit. So it will do automatic double max damage.
We might want to revisit that last one with a paladin in the party. That could be extreme.
Yeah, so all of these I totally reserve the right to tweak these and or throw out the whole system if it's not working. But my hope is that with this kind of in my face all the time, at least I'll be more likely to assign out inspiration. And I want to give it out more liberally than than trying to figure out, oh, does this person already have inspiration or whatever.
Okay, so it's a supplement to the inspiration system, not a replacement.
Sure, if you want to call it that. I mean, it's a replacement in that you don't track it on your character sheets anymore, and inspiration is for the whole party rather than
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
However, there's one thing I'm introducing, a house rule to balance this, which is when, starting from now, when you go unconscious, you take a point of exhaustion. which can be removed by a long rest. So the idea is you can't just keep going unconscious and blowing dice to pop back up and have no repercussions. Thoughts or questions on this?
Well, I'm scared.
Why?
Because I always go unconscious during combat.
You were the only one who didn't last time.
Was I really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
interesting. Oh,
Well,
okay.
except for
Cool.
Zira.
I
Oh,
promised
right.
to
No,
only,
yeah.
I promised only Divine Smite Mega Crit if it's an extremely thematically appropriate moment.
Kill Rosera, please.
Yeah,
Just-
like
just
killing
kill her.
like a BBEG.
Okay, so I think that's all of that. So speaking of last time, let's have somebody give a recap. Maximus.
Oh God, you know I'm the one who doesn't keep notes, right?
So you should work on that.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
this the
kidding.
first time you've had to do this?
No, I had to do it early on. So Savant came back from her contact with the information we needed to get through the door,
Oh.
namely bashing it in. It's good intel. We appreciated that. So we busted into this, black market hotel, and were able to bluff out the clerk, or intimidate the clerk, rather, and had our altercation with Razira. She had some sort of a booby trap, some wooden collars tied to the necks of the two children who'd been kidnapped. And we were able to successfully engage her in that she wasn't able to use her booby trap to execute the children. Turned out it had razor blades against the front of their necks. But we prevented that from happening and saved the kids. Though her poison blade really kicked the crap out of all of us. Pretty bad. And in a brief break in the combat, we were able to work in like a parlay, and she agreed to let the kids go if Savan came with her. Oh, and Godric finally found out that she's a tiefling, so that was fun. And then we kind of ended up splitting into two groups because her and Savan dimension doored away. And we left the kids with a couple guards and took a bunch of other guards to try to run them down with Shadeleaf providing kind of tracking for us. And last I recalled, not knowing what happened on Savant's side, we ended up in some sort of tunnel system under a shop with, do we come up in a dead end or something?
I believe you're
were
still working
following-
your way through the tunnels.
Okay, yeah, so we were just meandering through these tunnels, hoping to find them, but...
Well,
We found some tracks that were a little tricky to follow.
Okay. So with that, Cerulean, step into the other room with me.
Sure.
I've created our own new second room that is also restricted to just streamers. So you can step in.
Very. Hello.
Hello. Check one setting. Okay. Let's make sure that Discord is not screwing me. Okay, so you and Razira are at the. What even is that? Is that a Ren Fair thing?
Medieval times. It's medieval times flag.
Alrighty then. So you and Drazia are at the bottom of this ladder. She has just
Right.
motioned. Oh, one thing I wanted to retcon from last week. You got an 18 on the intelligence check for tracking the turns. That's a pretty good roll. I'm gonna say that got a decent idea in your head of the turns that you took. Kind of running back through them in your head, and when if you need it again, I will have you roll again to see if you can remember it.
Okay. Would I have any idea, like geographically, where I might be?
Just that you're in that rich end of town somewhere.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Second. It's texting me from downstairs. So you head up this ladder. The greasy haired gentleman that was leading you scuppers off into the back into the tunnels and disappears. You head up this ladder and you come to a trap door, which yeah, you're just gonna go through it, I assume.
Is it open?
It appears to be. It doesn't appear to be locked.
I don't see what other choice I have, so sure.
Okay. So you lift up the trap door, and you find yourself in it's like an unfinished basement floor. It has like just sort of, you know, stone and dirt debris everywhere, and looks unfinished, pretty unkept, a little bit dusty. You step up into the room, and Razira pulls herself up behind you, and as you look around, there is a set of stairs off in one corner. Just goes up to just a couple of stairs that go up to about like shoulder height, or looks like it goes to another level. And Zira says, "Well, this basement before, but
It's beautiful.
yes, isn't it though? I take you to all the nicest places."
And that's what I like about you.
And she kind of gestures in the direction of the stairs.
I give her a look and then I go,
Okay. So you go up these stairs to another open room, and it appears that there's like some kind of a water system running through here. On the far side of like the length of the room, you see running water that enters in through a grate. It's like in like a trough embedded in the floor, but the water runs through a grate at one end and then out through another grate at the other end. And similar room to the one you were just in. Your left, there's a ladder that goes up another 10 feet or so, to like another hallway or something. And standing there in the room, you see a rather elegantly dressed man with short silver foxy hair. He is just sort of standing there calmly watching the two of you step up into the room. And Razira sees him and she says, forgotten his name. Just looked it up.
FantasyNameGenerator.com, quick.
No, I had the name for him. It's just
No, I know.
She says, Lord McKinnon, I am sorry to have disturbed you. And he just kind of gestures and says, no matter. Who is this that you have brought? Would you have tried to put your hood back up?
I would have, yeah.
Okay.
Did she let me?
Yeah, she doesn't really care.
Okay.
Fine with that. So yeah, he says, who is this that you've brought me? And Razira says, she managed to step all over the operation that I had running, and I'm going to take her back to the Eyes for some retribution. She is of no real consequence, but I have essentially completed the job that you asked me to do. And he says, he turns to you and he says, and what is your name?
Melvari.
Very pleasure. And I'm curious, how did you manage to stumble into you're interfering with this plan?
I have my ways.
Just kind of looks at you expectantly.
I look back expectantly.
That's all you have to say for yourself.
Yes.
Well, I have to tell you, dear, you are in over your head.
Really, I hadn't noticed.
Well, so Razira kind of reasserts herself. Says, again, the job is completed. The children.
Is it though?
She turns and glares at you, and just
I
turns
smile.
and then turns back at him and says, "Children were kidnapped. Chaos was caused. I understand that you would have liked me to have held them onto them a little longer, just in case, but the essentials of your have been enacted." And he says, "This is true. I'm actually, for the most part, rather pleased. Would have been nice to have the children around in case some proof of life was needed or some other way of twisting the screws a little more on the city at large. However, there's one more loose thread. Razira kind of gets a look on her face. What's that? Says, can't have anyone who was behind the kidnapping for real. I mean, even if the children were retrieved, nobody knows my name was involved with it. And so far as I know, there's only really one person who knows my name. And Razira says, now look, this is not necessary. The eyes have a reputation to uphold. You know that we don't spill secrets. We have operated for years under a veil of secrecy and kept our word. And he says,
Not all of us.
turns to you. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I used to be one of them, but I no longer am. People can turn very quickly.
He turns back to Razira, and for one of the first times you see her kind of false front fall a little bit, and she looks back at you and just kind of shut up.
Why? I'm enjoying myself here.
He says, well, unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether Razira shared her little secret with you, and I'm not inclined to believe whether she did or not. So I'm afraid that really there are two loose ends here must be dealt with.
Hmm.
Sorry, because you were going to say something.
No.
And so he pulls out a scroll and he begins to read this scroll. I think that before we just take an action to read the scroll. It's not like a long and
Like a
convoluted
long
thing.
ritual.
No. I think that Razira probably goes for her blade. And
I'm gonna run.
okay. So you're running for back the way you came or towards
Yeah,
the
wherever
ladder?
we came.
Okay. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. Second here.
Why? Just I rolled a 5.
Oh no. um
I don't know if I like my dice anymore. That was my prettiest one too. Damn it. I'm mad at it now.
Okay, so map slash Melvar. Okay.
What are they doing?
I don't even know. Well, they know that. Well, they actually don't really know that we rolled initiative. We're rolling
They
things.
saw my face of despair.
um. Let's go. Plus. I'll just click it. They'll see that we're rolling it, but I don't care.
No chance I can re-roll on Roll20, right?
Not once you've seen it.
Nah. I
Uh,
just think that
I mean,
dice don't like me.
you can blow 2 of your cool pool dice if you want.
I feel like I need to discuss that with everyone.
Uh, mm, yeah. I mean, you can hop over and ask them if you want.
I think I might, because I've got nothing left.
Okay.
I haven't slept in like 5 sessions.
Well, let's actually both
Alright.
hop over there because they're going to pop in the middle of
Okay.
this anyway. Hello. Hang on. Hello.
Howdy.
Still graduation.
No, like whatever noise it made.
I think he plays Schools Out.
Oh, I just heard. "Ah!"
No,
And
play
that's
Schools
how
Out
I
for
feel.
summer. That's awesome.
What is going on?
We were doing prop
Yes.
comedy while we were off screen or off audio.
Okay.
Do you not see my big avocado face?
Oh no, I saw.
I was not really watching you.
So I have a question about the cool pool. Do we start with the same amount every session? How do we
No.
get more? Like,
Oh, yeah, I guess I
Okay.
didn't. So this would be basically anytime that I would award inspiration, it would go into the cool pool.
okay,
I guess I didn't really say that, did I?
you didn't know.
Right.
And we start with 5,
Yes.
and it takes 2 to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 5 on my initiative, and I'm tapped.
Why are you rolling initiative?
You don't know.
Yeah, this is meta. Let's not talk about this.
I know, but they came back in here, so I'm scared.
But she's asking
Yeah.
a meta question about whether you guys all are okay with
If
her
I'm
re-rolling the
allowed.
die. Yeah, I mean, it's a legitimate question.
I'll leave that up to you. You think it's worth it?
Yeah, I think you should.
I don't know. Okay.
If you think you need to, I think you should.
I really do. All right. Which one won't betray me?
Wait, did you guys come in here just to answer that meta question?
Yeah.
Well, you all are going
on.
to be rejoining her soon.
I'm
the
gonna
afterlife.
make my boyfriend pick this die so I
We're
can
gonna
blame it on
turn
him
around.
if it all goes wrong. Which one?
Not being involved in this decision has never stopped my girlfriend from blaming me for it.
She's still right next to you? Yeah, okay, she is.
Yeah, I said so thrown at me.
Good.
I'm so scared. 20 total.
20 total. Okay.
Yeah.
And you might not want to roll on that plate again. It's real loud for us.
It was
Yeah,
real
it
loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hold it while I was rolling.
It's okay, you were excited.
I lost the cardboard box I was using as a dice tray.
Always needed a cardboard box.
And I don't have any shoe boxes here, because usually I'll just take the lid of the shoe box and just
Smart. You're
use
gonna have to buy
that,
some
but-
shoes.
I bought some shoes, but they were £3 from Primark and they came on a little hanger thing, so
Oh.
So,
They're
I like
very
heavy
fancy.
shoes.
I need to convert my brain when you say pounds, and I was like, why is it relevant how heavy they are?
Oh.
No, that's my first thought. I was like,
It's
those are
about
heavy
$4.
shoes. Those wear you down throughout a day.
Yeah, that's why I bought them, to work on my calf strength.
Oh yeah, it's like the Dragon Ball Z thing. You wear, or I guess it's also Naruto too. But
Yeah, I was gonna
you wear
say.
the really heavy clothes, and then you
I'm
take them
basically
off and
Rock
you
Lee,
drop
isn't I?
them. They make
Yeah.
giant craters.
It's like, oh, his power levels
Yeah.
went up by like 80 for some
Yeah.
reason.
Turns out, Savan is Rock Lee this whole time.
I mean, you don't know. I've been hiding my identity this whole time.
She
We'll throw it
was
out
the fun
there.
Double
all
bluff.
along.
I think Chi-Chi's scarier than Rock Lee.
Or you just talk about who would win in a fight, Chi-Chi or Rock Lee?
Goku was afraid of Chi-Chi. That's all I'm gonna say.
Goku's an idiot, though.
A lovable idiot.
Sure, an
He
idiot
did
nonetheless.
beat her the one time they fought, though. Technically.
okay. So,
This is true.
all right. So y'all are gonna see some stuff, but it's okay. I think this is gonna be the easiest way to do this. Actually, you might not be able to see the map, can you? I think only
No,
Sivan
we
can see
I
it.
can.
I can see.
I
it.
can see
I
it.
can see it.
Oh. Oh, probably. I don't know why you all can
There's
see it.
supposed to be dynamic lighting enabled. It's not.
Sivan, I think that before initiative starts, he completes what he was doing.
Did I get to start running before initiative start?
No. You'll be the first action.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, I think narratively that makes the most sense.
Okay.
So
Well, we see where making narrative choices got me last time. But continue.
okay, so he finishes what he was doing, and you see a large blue fist appear in midair and just sort of punch through into existence and sort of grab hold of nothing and rip open this hole. And through this hole in how in the world did you find that GIF so fast, Ken?
I searched blue fist, and it was the fourth result.
You guys are killing me. Oh.
Same.
Okay. So through this hole in reality steps this enormous demonic looking creature of blue skin and red fur, vicious fangs, like 15 feet tall, and it just lands on the ground and roars. And it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm booking it.
Okay.
I guess.
So, Zero would get an attack of opportunity if you run.
How am I in HP? I'm at full. Oh no, shit! She's fucking.
I say she also does 1 billion damage.
Yeah. No, she'll down me if she hits me.
You can.
You can con save.
I can disengage. I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'm gonna disengage and I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. And hold on.
Yeah, that's not gonna work very well on this map. We're just gonna have to guesstimate. That's yeah,
okay.
that doesn't look right. But I would say you can probably get to the top of the ladder.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Just jump down an acrobatics check.
How high was it actually?
It was. It was 30 feet tall.
Okay, I won't jump then.
That's too high. It's like 20 feet.
Still not gonna risk it.
Less damage than the sword.
So you'd max be taking 1d6.
Yeah, but that's meta.
20 feet would be 2d6.
I thought the first 10 didn't count. I don't know. That's what really confused me.
If you succeed on your acrobatics roll, you can reduce it by a d6.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna hope that Razir is a little busy with the
Okay.
fucking Balgura. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. It is her turn. What's she going to do? She is pissed. Okay. She thinks she can handle it around with the beast. That doesn't make sense. No, she's gonna run. So in fact, Um, since she doesn't have to get disengaged, technically she can dash and gets farther than you. I don't know how that really makes sense. But, yeah, you kind of had to shove her off of you to make sure she didn't attack you. But she was
Yeah.
able to just sprint. So she's gonna get down to the bottom of the ladder, and I think that
Since I'm standing in front of the ladder, do I get an attack of opportunity?
you would, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I don't like her. I guess because I've got nothing else, I'll hit her with my mace.
Okay.
Which is, I think, a +3. Natural 20.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 2d6 +1. 10 damage.
Okay.
Could she push her down the ladder with that?
That's not a bad idea, but
You had done that
I'm not
instead of
there.
attacking, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. So. Okay. The gentleman there is going to yell, "Don't let them get away!" And Bagura to okay. He's going to leap off of these stairs and land next to you. And he's going to make 3 attacks at you. So,
3?
So, well, we'll see. So the first one is a
Yeah, the
crit.
first 2 down me.
The first one is a crit. But it's only
Where
9.
is
Can we
it?
spend 2 fate die?
If you would like.
Hmm.
Yeah, it whispered the roll to me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've already used 2. I would feel bad.
Just do it.
You're kind of in the thick of it way more than the rest of us right now.
Okay, yeah, reroll.
Yeah. So back again. Got a 9 to hit that time.
Yay, that misses.
Managed
Much
to,
better than the crit.
Yeah.
you managed to duck out of the way as its fist collides with the ground as it was swinging as it was coming down at you. Okay, so second fist attack is a 23.
Miss.
It's only 12 points of damage.
Okay, that's only more than half of my HP.
Do we get that
Where's
third
my
attack yet?
wand?
The third attack
Nope.
is a 10.
That misses.
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
ducking and weaving the best you can. One swing managed to catch your shoulder and knocked you back pretty good, but you're still on your feet. And it is your turn.
I am going to say to it in Infernal, because I speak that. I don't know if he does, but I do. Let me go, and then I'm going to disengage and go down the ladder and run.
Okay. All right. So you get down. So you get past Razira by about 10 feet. You're attempting to go back.
Do I?
Yeah, she's. Wait. She ran. Oh no, you just catch up with her. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to stay 5 feet behind her.
Okay, out of her range.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, she is going to, is going to not really try to keep track of the tunnels. I think she's just going to run in a random direction. So she just darts down an open tunnel, and she's just full on dashing. Who's not doing anything? The Bargura.
Can it fit?
That's what I'm trying to work out. Oh, there's the size. But roll me a flat d20.
$19.
Ooh, you're rolling hot tonight.
Apparently.
Other
That's
than
3 in a row that didn't completely screw me over.
other than that 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it tries to get down get down the hole and gets stuck. I mean, yeah, with your good luck, it not only got slowed down, it actually got completely stuck in that hole. All right. And so I think, are you following Razira or
Did she go the right way?
she went a different way than the way that you came.
Oh man, I'm really torn. No, if I know the way that I came, I'm gonna go back that way.
Okay. Okay. So I think then that combat is over. For a girl getting stuck, you went a different way. Or you went back the way you came. And so I think so roll me an intelligence check, like we discussed.
Yeah. Where's the die I want? Where's the orange one? That's a 9.
You get a couple of turns in and feel like you've gone the right way so far, but you're not quite sure whether this would be a left or a right.
Can I look for my own tracks?
Make a survival check.
Okay, what's my survival? Probably nothing. Oh, it's 2 because it's with them. Okay. 14.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that's good enough that you managed to find between you think this was a left, but you're not really sure. But then you look around and you do see tracks that look right. And so I would say between your tracking and your what you remember of the turns that you took after about 20 minutes or so, you run into Sepaklu and Cole and Godric coming the other way towards you in the tunnels, tracking you all, with like
Yay.
20 guards behind them.
Oh. Hi.
Hello?
Godric draws a sword.
Whoa!
Oh, just Savan.
I
mean-
raise my diamond, like preparing a firebolt, looking behind her. Is she gone?
I got away. She's somewhere in these tunnels. I'm not sure. Lord McKinnon is behind this. She took me to him, and then he tried to kill both of us, so we ran. And he sent a demon after us, which was very fun.
Is he? He's like another lord on par with like Eric Carr, right?
He is actually a council member, so he is above Lord
Above.
Arkarin.
Okay.
He is you probably wouldn't know this actually.
Fair enough.
Supaklu, make me a history check. $16. Yeah, he's the council member that is in charge of like import and export. So he manages the shipments to and from Mindrin of ore mainly, and magical supplies and knowledge and things like that, and then the influx of everything from art to more exotic foods to just everything.
Might I know him through like my dad's business? My father was like a businessman, or he used his nobility to like prop up his business
You
connections.
can make a history check. Nah.
We did too much with Blindrin.
No.
Gotcha.
Look over at Captain Raid.
He says, he looks to you, Sivan, and he says, accusing Lord McKinnon would not be a very easy thing. You have evidence of his complicitness. What's the word?
Complicity?
Complicity. thank you.
Compliance.
In this.
I mean, the assassin who took the kids took me to him and said, "Sorry, I lost the kids, but I got this person." And then he tried to kill us. I don't have any physical evidence, though, no.
Says that sounds like it would be your word against his.
Do you want to go find some physical evidence?
He just kind of looks at you.
I'm not entirely sure what building I was in, but it was in the rich part of town. I can lead you there. I can try to lead you there.
Or
There
you
is
said
most
it was
likely.
said it was back down that tunnel where you came from.
Where I came from, yes.
Yes. Do you still remember the way?
Do I still remember the way?
Yeah. Roll me one more intelligence check.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I haven't used this one. 18.
18. Yeah, you got it pretty well etched in your mind now, having been through it and back again.
There may or may not be about no, I wouldn't know what it is. A demon stuck in a trap door, just so you know. We may or may not have to encounter that. We'll see.
That would be some evidence. As I look at Ray.
Yes, that would certainly be some evidence.
Let's go.
Okay. Alright, so you're all charging back at the Barbara with the 20 guards behind you. Okay.
As most of us are still bleeding and or poisoned.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we're all like stumbling over ourselves, trying not to die.
I was thinking like Cole has like a lazy eye right now and a constant nosebleed.
Okay.
Y'all can't see, but like half of my face is just messed up from getting punched in the face by a demon. So.
Okay. So I think that you, thanks to your 19 luck roll
18.
on the whatever it was.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, the 19. The poor bugger is still stuck in the ladder hole.
Hey, physical evidence!
And actually, I mean, it would not be that difficult to just stand at the bottom and shoot it with crossbows. I don't even think there's much point in running the combat. It's literally, it's almost literally a, what's the expression? A pig in a barrel?
Fish in a barrel.
Fish in a barrel.
Fish in a
That's
barrel.
the one. Yeah.
A Bulgara in a barrel.
Yes.
Bulgarian trapdoor.
Bulgaro.
I can't do Travis's cool. Yeah, that one.
No more.
Yeah. So you all shoot this thing until it's dead.
I don't have any ranged weapons. And I don't have my holy symbol. Oh, do one of you have my
here
holy
you go.
symbol?
Yeah, absolutely. We would have given it back.
Thank you!
But the
I'll
guard,
shoot a sacred flame at it then.
yeah, the guards have ranged weapons. Baklu has ranged weapons. Cole,
Yeah,
has
I just
ranged
meant
weapons.
I standard watch.
Okay, so after a few minutes of pounding at this thing, it is dead, still in the hole. What would you like to do?
Does it not go back to the other plane?
Is it a demon or devil?
I don't actually know how
Also,
the
what
rules
is
work.
the-
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It looks like you're looking up, like asking God to give you the answer.
Please
Tell me about
tell
these
me.
demons, God.
You're the DM. You are God.
Oh. Um. Yeah. No, I think it becomes a physical entity. Let me just check
Okay.
the. Oh nope, the demon disappears when it drops to 0 hit points. Okay. I assume
Okay,
that
cool.
is what you're doing though. You want to kill this thing.
Yes, I want to kill it so we can maybe run after Lord McKinnon.
Okay.
Don't know if he's still there, but
So, I imagine that's pretty weird, right? Like you fill it full of crossbow bolts, and then one last hit finally kills it, and then like all the crossbow bolts just like fall back down.
well, you can pick them back up and reuse them.
So hopefully, no one was standing right under it. Won't.
Okay. And so now you're all moving up into the mansion?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So rather than, walk through searching room by room through this massive mansion, which I have for you, by the way, I can show you. Pretty cool mansion. But I won't because I might reuse that another time.
Is it a haunted mansion?
You don't know.
Is Eddie Murphy there?
So you go through this place, and first of all, this is a huge mansion. I mean, Lord McKinnon was rich. This mansion makes Lord Rakaran's house look eh. Um,
So as we're going through, can I hang back just a little bit
Mhm.
and find something shiny and take it?
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. Um,
It's for you.
Oh, thank you. I'm saying, oh wow, you found a pile of platinum pieces. Investigation, that's a 14.
14. Okay. I mean, there's lots of shiny things in this house, from nice candlesticks to
I was gonna say, any
beautiful
fancy candlesticks?
yeah, to beautiful dishes, to fancy artwork, fine clothes.
I'll grab a pair of candlesticks
Okay.
when no one's looking. When I know that no one is looking. When everyone else has left the room.
Okay.
Shove them in my bag.
As you all are searching, when you step into the bedroom, let's see. Where's my Aramis, sorry, Cole, you happen to be the one to step into the bedroom, and
Oh boy.
you
Walk in on something you wish you could unsee.
You do actually, but not that. So you smell a foul stench. appears to be coming from the closet.
Is it a water closet?
Trying to dignify.
That's what they call bathrooms here.
See, I know it was a very relevant joke.
It's like on the
Yeah.
doors, it'll say WC
Yeah.
or toilets, but I'm in a strange country, guys.
I.
I indeed.
So I'll kind of yell out behind me. All right, there's something off about this room, and I'll make my way over towards the closet.
Yes, I can tell.
Okay. You opening it?
And I'll open it
You find.
and immediately step to the side in case something falls out.
Okay. You find the dead body of an older gentleman who has short silver hair and looks like he's been there for some time. And also, there's a woman lying next to him there in the closet, also dead and seeming to have been there for a long time.
Is it Lord McKinnon?
It is, yeah.
Well, I have good news and bad news. And Lord McKinnon did not order this. The bad news is someone took his face and did.
Is his face still on the corpse?
Figuratively. Unless, oh look, is his face still on the corpse?
What's left of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get Captain Raid in here before we touch anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and he and the guards are fanning throughout the house, and they're also checking, and he comes up and sees the body. Says this disturbing. Yeah, he says, notify Lord Akaran immediately, and the council will be told.
I'll move to do like prayer stuff. The body.
Prayer stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Hashtag prayer stuff.
I'm not a paladin.
I
About
actually-
that. Godric would know what to do.
I say that all the time, because September/October is rife with Jewish holidays. So whenever I'm not in class, I just tell people I'm out doing Jew stuff.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So, real religious people say that, apparently. Or at least this one does. So yeah, prayer stuff, totally legit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if they're in here, who were you talking to?
I don't know.
So
Someone
that
who has
lead-
magic, obviously.
Lots of people have magic. Hell, we could have bought a hat that would let us do this.
Yes, we could have.
Oh, really? You have 1,000 gold? That's interesting.
Could
We
have.
might have in the future bought that hat.
If only we were less scrupulous people.
Yes, if
The hat
only.
and did this.
Yes.
What if it's... I forget his name.
Hold on, I'm sure I have notes.
My notes are in the coffee
God.
table. Which is like-
Ignazio Gribaldo?
Yeah, what if it was that dude?
Was he the one
What if it
selling
was
the hat?
Hugh Man?
Was it the alchemist that was selling the hat?
Yeah,
It might not.
that's his name.
Yeah.
It's our only lead.
Can we look for clues in the house?
What kind of clues are you looking for?
Well, if this guy who is not Lord Buchanan has been staying in the house, he might have left something that would give a hint to his identity.
Okay.
Yes, let's split up and look for clues.
I'll
I
go
think
with
we should stay
Scooby.
together.
Damn it! I want to steal more stuff.
I'll go with Savan. Come on.
Damn it!
Soup and coal you'll take upstairs.
Alright, everybody make me investigation checks.
I was actually going to see if we could go back to where he was, like where he summoned the demon, and see if there were tracks, if it was a dusty cellar.
Yeah, there are.
I can join Cole with that. Or I can join Cole and do that.
You're talking about as far as where he went?
Yes.
Yeah, so the tracks just lead up to the main floor. And then, once it gets to the non-dusty area, pretty hard to follow after that.
Okay.
Okay, so Soup got a 22. What else do we have?
I got a 4.
Okay. You're still looking for shiny stuff. You're not even really looking for clues.
Do I find any shiny stuff though? Not with a 4.
You gotta figure this guy's got a vault somewhere, or
I'm not that invested.
I'm just saying, you would think that he must have piles of platinum and stuff somewhere, but darned if you can find it.
Yeah.
Anybody else investigating?
I can try. 13.
13. And a natural 1.
Godric as sharp as ever.
Just
right.
following Savan.
Not as sharp as
Yeah,
his rusted
Savan
sword.
Godric hanging out.
I'm picturing this.
Ouch! Ow!
I'm picturing this knight in full plate armor, walking along, peering through a magnifying glass, and then just walking into a door.
If only I had full plate.
Or yeah, it would be. Anyway,
I got chainmail, but no, it's good visual. I want full plate. Give me full plate.
And then we just hear the clanking as he hits the door.
With that investigation check, would I find any full plate armor happen to be fitted?
not really an armor kind of guy.
Damn it.
If you found some, it would be decorative armor, not real. So Supaklu rolled a darn good investigation check.
You know me, great at investigation.
Yeah. I would say,
Take some fingerprints, get some DNA samples, send them back to the lab.
you look at the body, and it's clear that or as you study them, you come to the conclusion that they've been there for several weeks. So that's one thing that you get from that investigation check. Beyond that, I would say the evidence is that there's not a lot of signs of sort of leisure. So you go and find the study in the house, and it is the artwork has not been the artwork is dusty. The papers are just kind of everywhere. You're not seeing. It doesn't seem like food has been prepared in the house at all. It just seems like he's kind of come home, done the bare necessities and left again. Like doesn't seem like he's been really living in the house as much as sleeping there. Maybe the bed looks filthy dirty, but otherwise, yeah, it's not like he left a business card. It seems like he was living Lord McKinnon's life.
What do you mean the bed is dirty? Like abnormally dirty, or like just someone's been sleeping here without changing the sheets dirty?
The latter. Just yeah.
I mean, you said filthy.
Yeah, you said filthy. Is this a particularly dirty boy that's been sleeping here?
No, I just meant he hasn't been changing the sheets. It's dirty.
Gross.
Yeah. Gross.
You can change sheets?
And to be fair, he was literally
If you have the spell prepared.
he was literally sleeping in a room with two dead bodies in the closet. So that tells you that hygiene is probably not at the top of his priority list.
Listen, we all have our own ideas of creature comforts, okay?
Yeah, but 2 dead bodies in the closet? I mean, you should obviously be keeping those in a dresser.
I'd go with an armoire. Does he have like an old school armoire?
What?
That was my second guess.
I was actually imagining this as more of an armoire, not a closet anyway, in my mind's eye. So in my canon, it was an armoire.
That's probably
I
more
very
appropriate.
specifically said it was a closet. So you're just wrong.
Mm.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Death of the author.
What is an armoire but a boxed closet anyway?
That was deep.
An armoire by any other name, still an armoire.
What's a closet but a house integrated armoire?
So, what else are we doing?
I mean, I'd like to get a night of sleep, to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
Mhm.
Maybe not in here. Maybe in one of the other bedrooms. Just kidding. Maybe not in
It
this
was clean
building.
sheets.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I
Turn
guess
to
let's reconvene with the guards and let them handle it from here. I don't know what else we can really do.
So we got the kid safe. Where we've uncovered the scandal, at least, that McKinnon was being copied. Let's go get some sleep.
And it might make sense not to go back to my apartment anymore after our dealings with our criminal friends. Might just be better to
Didn't we
elsewhere.
tell them? We didn't tell them where you live. We told them what hotel I had been, or what inn I had been staying at. Yeah, I had been staying at the Hilton, so.
But they
Yeah,
know my name,
right.
so it's probably better to be safe than sorry.
So
Should
you're
know
gonna go.
better than to give your real name.
There's not
You
a
mean-
role. There's not a role if you give him your real name. What were you saying,
So do
Godric?
we? Go ahead.
Say, you mean give them a false name? Why would I not tell somebody that I'm Godric Lex, grandson of Aldrich Lex?
Good point. Never mind.
Honesty is the best policy.
That's what I always say.
Of course, was there any debate over that matter?
Let's go to sleep, please.
Yeah, where can we go?
Find an inn.
We should probably get out of this area, this quarter or whatever.
Well, we can't
Yeah.
afford anything in this quarter anyway, so.
We'll look over to Raid. I think we'll let you handle this for now. If you don't need us, we're a bit worn down and beaten down at the moment.
Raid was
We can find.
talking to one of his guards, but he turns and he says, "Right, of course. Please check in tomorrow, and I'm sure Lord Urkarin will want to give his thanks for everything you've done. We certainly are appreciative."
Should we go somewhere, or are you just gonna get a hold of it the same way as before?
Yes, we can. You know, he pulls out a sending stone. We'll call you.
We'll shoot you a text. It's fine.
All right. Just limp away.
What would be the first inn that we see? It's like the first one we come across. That's where we're staying, I think.
So, it wouldn't be super close to here, but within the district, you come across an inn that I totally did not just get from fantasy name generator.
Not
Hashtag
sponsored.
sponsored.
Come across the Snoring Cinnamon Inn.
That sounds so wonderful and like comfy right now. Just
Oh, that sounds really
Just
uncomfortable.
sounds warm.
snore
Cozy.
with some cinnamon. I don't know.
Sounds
So you
like
have,
snorting
soft
cinnamon,
beds.
which is just a bad time.
I think like soft beds, like cinnamon scented candles.
I also think I'm like moderately, or no, like very minorly allergic to cinnamon. Every time I eat it, my throat gets scratchy.
Oh.
So there you go. Fun fact about me.
Well,
I
good.
feel
More
like I know
cinnamon
you
buns
so
for
much better
Godric.
now.
That was a Ken thing, then, not a Sepaklu thing.
Good. More cinnamon buns for Max.
Actually, yeah, okay, that's canon for Sepaklu too.
Nice.
So is this like a super nice inn in this district then?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it from the outside, there's Right there, Ken.
Just trying to adjust my headphone.
It looked like you were like trying to rip them off and couldn't like.
They just won't come off. I was super gluing things before the episode, and now
Oh no!
So yeah.
I once got carded for buying super glue.
So
Sorry, that just
looking at
felt
the
relevant.
outside of
Continue.
this inn, Aramis, your Cole is seeing that yeah, there's a nice sign out front. It has several sticks of cinnamon laying out on this fine white tablecloth. The architecture of the front of the building is exquisite, very fancy. It's got marble a marble art piece in the middle of a fountain out front. Yeah, it looks very fancy.
Well, not sure if we can afford this, but let's give it a shot.
shall we?
Okay.
How many can it be?
You step in and immediately you catch the scent of like potpourri, fine fine incense in the air. It is very sumptuously decorated. Again, very fine artwork on the walls, similar to what you saw in Lord McKinnon's house. Behind a desk, you see this sort of plump, middle-aged woman with graying hair pulled back into a bob, and what was that, Cat?
Nothing. You just said pulled back into a bob, so I was just trying to imagine that.
And she looks across the four of you who are pretty rough shape, and she welcome to the Snoring Cinnamon. May I help you?
Hold on, is the cinnamon in?
No. Cinnamon Inn. It's the
You
Cinnamon Inn.
missed an opportunity here, Andrew.
No,
Thank you for foregoing that opportunity, Andrew.
It's actually spelled wrong on Fantasy Name Generator too.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it's wrong. Pretty sure it's wrong.
I don't know how to spell cinnamon.
There's got to be more letters than that, right?
Yeah, there's
I
two
think there's
N's
two
in the
N's,
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse us while we all Google how to spell cinnamon.
Yes.
I would approach the counter to talk to this woman. Yes, we're in need of some rooms for the night.
Right. Clearly. Well, you need services from a cleric as well. You all look rather injured.
I think we'll be alright. Just need some space and rest.
Right. Well, certainly we can arrange that. That will be 5 gold per room. Was that in character?
I don't know. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put down 10 gold for 2 rooms, and then
What?
I say, how are we doing this, guys? In one room, Savannah in another. Each getting our own room.
How many beds are in the room?
Well, one, of course.
Ooh, classy place.
We like to think so, yes.
Yes, understandable. I'll cover the other two, and I'll put down 10 gold also.
Thank you. Thank you.
So gentlemanly.
That's us, you know us.
Would you like me to have baths drawn for you as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Absolutely.
Of course. And would you? Are there any other services that you would require?
After my bath, can I have a bucket of hot water brought to my room?
Of course.
Thank you.
She says, I'm afraid that our masseuse has left for the evening, but if you would like to stay around the tomorrow morning, will be in he will be here again.
Thank you. I think we just need to sleep.
Of course. And she kind of claps her hands, and several people come and I guess offer to take your things, or yeah, I guess you wouldn't really be carrying anything, but she summons them, and then you know, tells them to show you to your rooms and draw baths for you all.
So we're walking, I'll kind of lean over to the group. Why would they draw a bath? What's that
It
mean?
means
Because they don't have
prepare
any
it,
paint.
Cole. To prepare it. Just get the water
It's
hot
just
and ready
water.
for us.
Huh.
Gotta warm it up and all.
Like,
No,
warm
that
water.
is what they do at fancy places. They do your portrait while you are bathing.
That's a strange city custom to me as well, then.
Trust me, I know these things, but I lie to you.
I don't know, roll that deception check.
Savan, if that's
She,
your
of course,
name.
wouldn't lie to me.
You already know it's not.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
making I'm leading into that.
I know.
I don't think
I
now
know.
is the
I
time
know.
to bring up your qualities of honesty.
Oh yes, why would you want to listen to a monster like me? And I go into my room. Rolled a 13 on that deception check, by the way.
I rolled a 3 on the insight, so.
So you believe me.
Damn, so do I. I'm worried about getting drunk. I figure I could just opt out of it, though. It's fine.
Or not my room, wherever I go to bathe. Are they like private rooms to bathe, or is it like a
Obviously.
there are, so
okay, then yeah.
you would have, I mean, they would have shown you to your rooms first to kind of prepare. But there are, of course, in the rooms there are these fine you know, plush cotton robes that you can wear down to and they would give you directions to down the hall. There's a room with I guess a series of there's
Stall?
a series, yes, there are a series of rooms with each with one private bath. And again, in each of these rooms there are candles lit. There's not only are there fragrant is there a fragrant incense smell in the air, but the water itself has been scented. And
I was gonna say, are there any bath bombs I can
yeah,
use?
oh yeah, it's like anything you could possibly want is
Is it all scented with cinnamon now that we know that Supaklu is mildly allergic? I think it might be uncomfortable.
I mean there
I feel like that'd be a little gauche
it's
for a place that's
yeah,
classy.
no,
They don't need to lean into it.
um it's not the yeah, they the smells are not cinnamon specific. It's more of like a floral potpourri type of a scent.
Cool.
I would suggest the ylang ylang personally.
What is that?
It's actually a bath oil that I personally use. It's floral. It's a flower. It smells good.
Good to know.
I used to be like really into aromatherapy, so
Okay.
that's your Derillium fun fact for tonight.
Getting fun
Ken
facts
is allergic
already.
to cinnamon, and I dabbled in aromatherapy.
Oh, and looking at the clock, it is past 8:30. So why don't we go ahead and take our break, and then we will come back and see what you all are up to.
Cool.
So
Stealing the
back in
candlesticks. No.
5.
Okay.
Bye.
So I wonder how much of this porcelain and cotton is going to be dyed red.
and excited.
But yes.
Okay. We're back on.
Well, there he is.
So I was told during the break that my microphone was a little bit low. So I'm hoping it's better now. Let me know in chat if it's not. Oh. My guess is that I was just not paying attention to staying close to the mic. So I will try to do a better job of that.
Your audio is fine to us.
Yeah, it always seems fine in Discord, but it's OBS that gets finicky. Okay, so it is late in the evening. You are all getting cleaned up. Any discussions that would happen? Anything in particular you would want to get done this evening?
I made my dramatic exit, so no.
She walked away.
Cape swish, walk away.
Alright. I will use one bonus action to billow my cloak.
Yes.
Is it a cloak of billowing? Because I don't think you can do that unless you have a cloak of billowing.
I can do it if I try hard enough.
Roll
Just
for
use
billowing.
thaumaturgy.
Yeah! I use thaumaturgy to billow my cloak. Swishes behind me as I take my dramatic exit.
So I'm just using that hot water to kind of like scrub down and clean up my gear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would just
You know,
pass out like instantly after the bath.
Pretty much. Cole just kind of takes a second to think about the events of the day.
It was a
Just
long
process.
freaking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had, like, in real time, when was the last time we had a long rest? Like,
It's been
Okay.
3
4
or 4
sessions.
weeks?
yeah.
Something like that?
Are we getting through this long rest before I reset everything?
Yes.
We'll see.
And actually,
Too late. Already started doing it.
Cole, Sivan, and Sapaklu can all level up as well.
Yay! Oh my gosh! The ability scores! Ha! Okay,
Godric, you are not quite there.
How do I do that?
Yeah. All right, then after I clean my gear, I'd like to go out and kill a bunch of common criminals.
One of them shanks you when you try to kill him and you die.
I still have 9 HP and heavy armor master. I think I'm gonna make it through a couple.
Yeah, but they're only worth like 25 apiece, so you gotta kill
Oh,
a whole
God.
bunch. And one of them just happens to get in a lucky hit. Yeah.
How do
Or
I
the-
do that on Roll20 again? I don't remember.
So
You
we
just
should,
have to do it
Character
manually.
service.
we should talk about this actually. So I think so in my other campaign, someone pointed out that there's this browser extension called Beyond 20, which allows you to basically just track everything in roll in D&D Beyond, and then you click it in D&D Beyond, and it rolls it in Roll20 for you. So you don't that way you don't have to track everything in 2 spots.
Huh.
Or in your case, Derillium, you can just roll it off of, roll the die based on what's on your D&D Beyond sheet. So that would save you guys a lot of bookkeeping if you would like to do that.
Yeah, I might fiddle around with that, not at this very moment,
Sure.
and just do
yeah.
it manually right now.
But in terms of how you would do it in Roll20 for now, is you're just adjusting your character, your your scores. Is that what you're trying to
And
do?
I get to add one more spell. Yeah, and I don't think it's anything immediate, so we don't have to do this right now.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you, Cole. When you get to level 7, which obviously you're not there yet, but and you start taking 4th level spells, if you want, I would allow Widogast's Web of whatever it's called to be a sorcerer spell. That would be totally in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, and that's a pretty cool one.
New spell that was
Noted.
unveiled on Critical Role recently.
So yeah, and other than that, we all wake up in the morning.
Yeah, so you wake in the morning. Each of you I think there is you wake up to hear fine music playing. It appears that somehow they've got an arrangement that there's like a string quartet that plays in the lobby, but they've set up a magic enchantment that it gets essentially broadcast to each of the rooms, and so there's this very lovely music playing as you awake, and it's very relaxing and probably the best sleep that you've all gotten in quite some time.
Feels like I haven't slept in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And you would have seen off to one side of the lobby where you came in, there was a small like dining area. I mean, closed off from the lobby, but you could see where it was set up. So, are you going down to the lobby in the morning?
Yeah, just take stock of everything. Kind of try to see if I can cover up the big cut across my shirt.
Yeah, I imagine your shirt's not in great shape.
No.
Probably could
As
get
the
that
one person
tailor
without
right away.
armor, yeah. Just shrug. It's good enough. Yeah, head downstairs.
What are you saying, Max?
Yeah, Godric would probably be down there already. Probably gets up like extra early to pray and all that.
Mhm.
And seeing Cole's like torn shirt, he would shake his head. Just no, Cole, you gotta fix that here. And I'd give him like a shirt from my gear, like just like a spare shirt. Like, put this on and bring that down to me.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We need to be presentable if we're working in any official capacity for the city.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So yeah, there is food being prepared as you all start to get together there in the dining room area. The staff comes and asks what can we prepare for you for breakfast this morning?
Bacon and eggs.
Of course, sir.
That sounds good.
Any particular specialty of the house we
Sure.
should be aware of?
Well, we
FantasyFoodGenerator.com.
don't be ridiculous. Well, believe it or not, we actually have a very fine cinnamon pastry that we
I'll do that one.
make fresh every morning.
Not to offend, but I will also go with the bacon and eggs.
Of course. It looks to you, Sapaklu.
No, I already said.
Oh,
I already
sorry,
said bacon and egg.
Sivan.
Oh, I said I would like the cinnamon pastry.
Oh, okay. That's all you're having? Okay.
I will have 3 cinnamon pastries with extra cinnamon.
Nice. And Cole?
Just bacon and eggs.
Okay.
I'm treating myself. I went through an ordeal.
Bit. Very well. Your food will be out shortly. Please, you kind of gestures to the side, and there are glasses and an assortment of pitchers of different types of juices and coffee and
Mimosas?
various yeah, there would be basically a whole bar set out. There would be like a small bar there with someone tending to it that you could go and get drinks if you would like them.
I'll have some orange juice and some coffee.
Okay.
The classic combo.
Grab a coffee to sip on while I start stitching Cole's shirt back together.
I'll just
Just
have
grab
some
water.
water.
Okay. Yeah, and so I imagine that you're probably making plans for the day, figuring out what's next. Maybe ruminating on
that's
yesterday's
right.
events.
Yeah. We have that leather worker guy who's working on that wing.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I was there for that, of course.
Think you said you'd be done sometime today with that. Aside from that, oh, any of you have business around?
I would like to look into if there's anything I can do about repairing my family sword, but that's the extent of my immediate concerns.
So I guess I'll be the one to say it. Are we getting paid? You know, for finding the kids and
I'd
almost
assume
dying.
I'm assuming it'll come up later today once they get in touch with us, but I'm just satisfied that we were able to get them out of that.
Yes, of course.
Of
But
course, their safety should be paramount enough.
also, okay.
Aside from that, could check in back at the guild, see if there's been any messages for any of us. Assume that's where most of us checked in. At least I'm hoping for one. Could just make a round, get some errands done that we haven't been able to in recent events.
Yeah, some normalcy will be good for a day. At least until we get our call.
Yeah, we could swing by your temple, Savan, see if it's improved much. Now the problem's been solved.
Has it though?
At least the mayhem has subsided for now. Problems might still be boiling under the surface.
Yeah.
The root of the cause is gone. The root of the problem is gone, at least.
We don't know that though. He got away.
I meant the kids are back.
Oh,
That's
well,
what the guards were investigating immediately.
yes, but there's still all the
That's-
suspicion and whatever underlying plot is going on here.
Of course, both the children and the suspicion, the prejudice against your church are symptoms of the deeper conspiracy.
Right.
Still, I don't know if there's anything we could do about that immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I like the plan of just going about some normal day stuff until we get our summons.
Okay.
Take a moment to breathe, relax, relax.
Relax, don't do it.
Wow, we're singing on stream now. It's gotten to that point.
Sorry, Zoolander references are always appropriate.
Wow, I've not seen that movie in a long time.
I watch it every weekend.
I believe you.
Every weekend I watch Zoolander and then The Country Bears. Isn't that what everyone does on Saturday nights?
When I was 12, I used to watch Sweeney Todd every Saturday.
Oh my god.
That explains a lot.
Doesn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
If anybody's watching the stream right now, I would just like you to know we need help. Please. I don't know what it is that you can do, but we need it.
All right, so your food comes in a little while, and sure enough, Devon, you've got three, very fancy looking cinnamon pastries, and there's a little small dish on the side with some extra cinnamon.
Excellent.
Um, the rest of you just get bacon and eggs. However, there's also the little side dish with extra cinnamon. If you would like it for anything.
Put
How did
cinnamon on your bacon.
So wait, so
That's
how
not
did
bad.
how did the eggs come? Just curious. We didn't specify.
Poached. I don't know.
Scrambled.
Ooh. Really? For a fancy place like
You
this?
liked
Okay.
poached
We paid
better.
5 gold a room, and they're giving us scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs?
I want some basted eggs, just like they
I
make
want
them at
some
Walker Bros in
over
Arlington
easy.
Heights. Walker Bros, sponsoring Exploring Superior.
Sunny side up every time.
That's
Just kidding.
our
One of our two
second
fans
sponsor of the
knows that
night.
one of our two fans I know knows that restaurant, so we're really playing to the crowd here. It's good.
So, about how much cinnamon is on the side?
A pile.
If you picture, at like a fast food restaurant, the little paper ketchup thingies.
Right.
Yeah,
Imagine-
like the 1 ounce cup.
Imagine that, but like in porcelain. And that's what you're getting.
I put a
Sniff it.
lot of extra cinnamon on my pastries.
Say I actually own one of those.
Alright, guys. Cinnamon
Aren't you
challenge.
fancy? I have a headcanon that spicy food doesn't affect Sivan because she's a tiefling.
Yeah.
Racist.
Racist.
You're racist against yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the cinnamon challenge, Cole? I
Well, it's
assume that was
something
in character.
Yeah, well, it's something me and my brothers do when we're feeling like stupid or something. We have like extra spices or something that are being thrown out. Everyone takes the same amount. Whoever can hold it down.
I take a spoon, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
None of you think this
saves.
seems a little bit childish?
Yes, let's do it.
I
All
just
right,
keep sewing.
I'm gonna do the shot of cinnamon.
I have to say, this is what you get when you roll names off of fantasynamegenerator.com.
So we're doing the cinnamon challenge.
By the
Knock
way,
it back, baby.
by the way, I'm adding 2 dice to your dice pool, your pool of cool for all of this.
For-
It's awesome.
For the cinnamon challenge.
14.
You're back up to 4. So what are you
Yay.
rolling already?
Con saves.
Yeah. All right. Everybody make con saves.
Do I get advantage because I do have like heat resistance?
I think that's more of a mental
that's
thing
a
than an
struggle.
actual reality.
The inside of your mouth doesn't actually have heat resistance. It's actually your skin.
I mean, you have
There's
you have
skin
heat
on the
resistance,
inside of
but
my mouth.
But the cinnamon's not hot.
I mean, isn't it? Okay, fine.
Cinnamon is more that it's super
I'm
dry.
scared. Oh, 6. So Soup and I lose at the same time.
And are you not taking part, Godric?
No, I'm just
Okay.
sewing, just shaking my head at this.
Got it. Yeah, I think Soup and Savan, both of you, you go to do it like a shot, and you just start to cough. Sparkler, it's actually much
then afterwards.
worse for you. Like, it's the same, like, you cough just like Savan, but like, she, coughs for a minute and then stops. You actually go on coughing for several minutes, and you're having a really hard time. Like, it feels like
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Do you need healing? Are you?
No, just a little bit allergic to cinnamon.
Oh! Why did you do this then?
Champion
Like I said,
again.
a little bit allergic to cinnamon. I have a fun Ken story really quickly about not cinnamon, but it was flour. We had leftover flour that was like way out of date, and me, my cousin, and my little brother made like little smoke bombs out of it, where you'd like throw it at stuff and the flour would come out. And we were doing this, and I was like, "Oh, it'd be really good. Dough is like really good. So I bet if I put this flour in my mouth, it'll make dough, and then I'll have all this dough in my mouth." And then I put it in my mouth. It instantly dries up all my spit, and then I just start breathing it in. And this is exactly what happened. As I sat there and just like coughed it all up. So there you
How
go.
old were you?
I don't know, probably like 11.
22? No.
It was actually last week.
So Cole wins.
yeah.
Congratulations. What do you win?
Our respect.
Pride.
I'll give you the rest of my leftover cinnamon.
And
I'll pick
Godric's
them all right on that.
disapproval.
Meanwhile, Max is making bets to me about what does or doesn't happen in the world that I created.
Hey, you created the world. I have agency over my character. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and you're totally allowed to ask for them to make you griffin eggs, but they're not going to.
No, but if I ever find one, who's going to stop me from frying it up?
Okay, but clearly when I say what they do in Sephiria, it's a statement about cultural norms, not that it has never in the history of the world happened.
I mean, we don't know. Saphiria's crazy. We fought off 35 harpies at level 1.
And survived.
So, where are you all
And
headed?
I killed 34 of them myself.
I wanted to go to that field of knowledge, or whatever it's called. Was it the field of knowledge?
The library?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time we were there, didn't they tell us? Wait, did we go to the library?
You have not been to the Field of Knowledge. You've been to... You went to the Bookworm, which is a small library. The Field of
Right.
Knowledge is an enormous library. You would need... you would need to get... like, you would basically need to get permission to go there or have some specific... So, you can go. Yeah, you can go if you would like.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe we'll
I-
run into Tinnis over there.
Yeah, I'd go. My
Okay.
guess is that this info's not the normal library, so.
Is that what?
I mean, I would also be interested in going to.
Yeah.
Would I know that we wouldn't be able to get in?
You would, yeah. It is heavily controlled by the Reapers, the university. And it's a harvesting metaphor. It's not meant to be creepy.
Of course.
So
I'm sure they're not evil at all.
So basically, you could go, but like you would get stopped at the lightning rail station exit, and much like you would if you were trying to get access to the council chambers.
So yeah, Godric, I don't think we're going to be able to get in unless we have, I don't know, maybe something from Lord Arkarin. A writ of some sort, perhaps.
I can still
Specifically,
plead my case. I think it's worthwhile.
I mean, I would join you if you are going that way.
So is that your
With
first stop?
Yeah, I think if we can get in, they're more likely to have the info. But it'll be quicker than if we went to the library, spent a few hours, couldn't find any of the info I needed, and then tried it. So it's the quicker option to eliminate as fruitless.
Okay. What information are you looking for, by the way?
How to reverse Rust Monster Rust.
Ah, okay. All right. So you you head to the district, and sure enough, as you go to enter the district, there are you know, you get off the lightning rail, and you're at a small, basically like a train station, and two guards guard the entrance to the district.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach, they say, "What's your purpose?"
Please, I'm seeking specific information. My family sword was damaged by some sort of horrible monster in a cave. We were exploring it on behalf of Lord Arkarin and his wife. I just want to return the weapon to its former glory.
Um, okay. The guard says, um, may I see the weapon?
I'll hold it out like by the scabbard, like as though like he should draw it out.
Mm-hmm. And he pulls it out just a few inches to kind of look at the damage. Hmm. I'm I have a bit of a hobby of different weapons myself, and the care of weapons, and this sword is in rough shape.
It was perfectly fine just a couple days ago. I hope you can understand my deep grief in seeing it in this state.
He nods, and he says, "It's a fine sword. I'm sad to see it in such condition. Unfortunately," he kind of pushes it back into the scabbard. Unfortunately, we're under orders. You will need to get permission, specific permission, to enter the district before we can let you in. If you're working with Lord Arkarin, I'm sure that he can get you that permission. But you understand the way the city works.
Yes, I wasn't aware that it needed to be explicit for the matter. Supaklu, do you still have that sending stone?
Sure. Take it out and hand it to Godric.
Yeah, so and I'm confused. So like just I get the response?
Yes.
Okay. Say it is Godric. My family sword was damaged exploring the vault, can you grant me entrance to the field of knowledge? I think that's 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Do.
what was that?
Sorry to
Last
disturb
forward.
you. 25.
There you go. Nice. Peak efficiency. And you're sending this directly to Lord Okaran?
Yes.
Okay. You get a response from him. He says, I can get you access. Give me just a few hours and I will make arrangements.
That's understandable. Thank you.
Well, you...
Da.
okay.
Filler.
Okay. And the guard who's who was looking at the sword, he says, unless you have some significant alchemical knowledge already, probably my guess would be that the just looking in a book for information is not going to help you with this. There is, however, a fine smith that I know in Holmfirth. Are you familiar with it?
No, I cannot say that I am. I'm rather new to this region.
You would know that you passed right by Holmfirth, right after you met the party on your way back into Mindred.
Oh, yeah, it's like the low, bay area.
Yeah, it's a swamp town.
Oh, we should go back there.
I was trying to put it politely.
Yeah.
I have a note in my notes to go back there because it's cool.
Yeah, and he says, there's a smith there that I can recommend that knows some alchemical means of caring for and restoring weapons in poor shape. I think that even among smiths, not many of them would know, but if anyone would, he certainly would.
And please, what is his name so I can find him?
His name is Arthur Beachman.
Arthur Beachman.
What a normal name.
Any name for his shop? Is he well known enough that the name alone can find him?
Yeah, he furrows his brow for a minute. To my knowledge, he doesn't have a specific name. He's just a smith that people know.
So, thank you for the information. I will follow this lead.
Good luck. I hope you are able to see your sword restored.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder. Me too, friend. Have a good day.
Okay. Where to next?
We wanted to swing by to see if Cole got any mail.
Sure.
Okay, so you're going back to the Fortunate Brave.
Yep.
Going way back.
Anything we need on the way?
Unless we want to pool a bunch of money to buy me plate mail.
Don't think we'd have close to that between us.
I keep throwing money away on everything, so I don't think I have it.
That's all I'm saving for.
While they're going to the library, I want to find somewhere I can pawn those candlesticks.
Oh, you didn't go with them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll agree to rendezvous with them, but I'm gonna do something with those candles.
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. It's not hard for you to find a pawn shop. Probably. Probably well, would you be? Is there any particular requirements you would be looking for in a pawn shop? Just the first pawn shop you can find.
One that deals with nicer things that I think will give me a good price for them. Not
Okay.
just, I don't want to go in looking desperate, like, I need the money.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have like an upper hand in bargaining and such.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. You find a a pawn shop called the Grumpy Goose.
Love it.
it.
The only spell shop that Godric would ever frequent.
And
I'm
in
gonna start
fact,
calling you that from now on. Don't be such a grumpy goose.
in fact, as you approach the front of the store, there is a figurine, like a statue, just outside the front door. It looks to be carved out of like brass or something. Pretty finely detailed, of a goose that is glaring at you.
I glare right back.
It doesn't move.
I go inside.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So, inside you find a yeah, this is one of those places that's just full of all kinds of, various things. You see small, toy clockwork machines. You see potions. You see just regular household items and fine art pieces. It's just a total melting pot of anything and everything you could imagine. And behind the counter, you see a rather short-looking human woman with short black hair and like an almost mustache on her upper lip, like pretty weird looking. No, she's not a goose. But yes, and as you enter, there's like a bell that rings, and she looks up from what she looks up from a ledger that she's looking at, and
It's 3 geese in a trench coat.
oh man. Oh, you know what? Chat can't see our Roll20 discussion.
no.
Hang on.
They need our shenanigans.
She
You
looks up
do
and she
need our
says,
shenanigans.
"Honk,
Yeah, there you go. That's what we're discussing in the chat. So
I'm thinking about the Untitled Goose Game.
That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking of.
so she looks up as you come in, Sivan,
And honks.
and she does not honk. She
Are you sure?
she says, "Can I help you?"
So she honks. yes, I'm looking to sell something actually.
What?
A beautiful pair of candlesticks that I very recently inherited, and I pull them out of my bag.
Are you handing them to her?
Is there a counter?
Yeah, there's a counter.
I put them on the counter.
Okay. She pulls out some spectacles and puts them on, and then picks up the candles to inspect them. And she says, "What do you want for them?"
Would I know how much they're worth?
Make an intelligence check.
I really thought Savan was the type to just say gold. I want gold. That's why I'm here.
9.
You're really not sure.
Do I know what material they're made out of?
They look to be silver or some similar, some similar fine metal. They're nicely filigreed. The bottom, I don't know, comes out to like a nicely formed base.
Go big or go home. 300 gold. I don't know.
She looks back. She looks back at you and she goes.
I laugh with her.
She says 25 gold.
35.
Make a persuasion check.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. That's a 10.
Yeah, she says 25.
Fine.
So stupid.
This is the beauty of random.
Oh
no! All right.
Did you do the cinnamon challenge?
Oh god.
Okay, I sell the candlesticks.
All right. I'm adding another. Ooh, I'm adding another domain, another die to your cool pool. Too much fun. All right. So 25 gold for you.
Great. I'll meet back up with everyone.
Okay. So, what's next?
Checking the
Guess
mail.
we're gonna swing by the guild.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back to the you're going back to the Fortunate Brave, and you step in and Mijit is there. Godric, you see if I wrote down a description of this guy.
Still an unfortunate name.
I have it somewhere. Do you want me to get up and find it?
I got it. He
Okay.
is a tall for he's a gnome, but he's tall for a gnome, and he's got this greasy short gray hair surrounding this completely bald spot right on the top of his head. He's got this protruding chin and kind of squinty eyes as he looks across the four of you, and he says, "Ah, you're back. It's been a while. You don't do it." He says, how has your quest been?"
Went pretty well. I think we got everything resolved that we set out to do
Excellent.
on that one.
And did fortune indeed favor the brave?
Well, a little bit. Not as much as it could have, but certainly nice.
Excellent.
Anywho, ran into a few different people and was wondering if any messages had come in here
I'm afraid
the
not.
past few days.
Nothing for you all.
All right.
I can certainly keep a lookout for you if you'd like.
I'd appreciate it. Just didn't know where else to tell people they could get a hold of me. Through letters, you understand, in the city here.
Sure, totally understood. You know, they've got these magical devices now that can, send a send a message real quick like. Might ought to look into that. Wow.
I'll keep it in mind.
I said might oughta. Now you know. Now you can tell that I married a Texas woman.
I was thinking it's more the accent's contagious.
That's probably a bit of it too.
Can confirm.
That's a Texas size 10-4.
So if you guys want to make fun of Texas accents, you're gonna have a problem with me. How about you just let that marinate, huh?
Right. So, the rest of you have business here before we go?
Y'all looking for more work?
I think we could use a little break. That one was a bit more involved than expected.
So maybe after we get back from what's the city's name? Swampburg?
Holmfirth?
Yes,
Holmfirth.
Swampburg.
After we get back from Holmfirth, maybe, but well, as our
You're
ideas
going
start
to
to line out, we
Holmfirth?
might be making a day trip. Yes, apparently there's a blacksmith there who can help me with my sword. I'm going at the very least, if any of you would care to join me.
Might want to hold off on that for a little bit, just in case our city business comes up today. Like it sounds like it should.
Well, I don't know. Do you even want me with you?
Anyway, thanks for your time, Midget.
He's kind
I
of.
don't say that. I say Midget.
I think I just talk over Cole. Just Savan, please. You've proven a reliable companion so far. I
Oh,
wish you
have
had not hid that from me. But I was taken aback in the moment. I sincerely apologize.
Apology accepted.
Great. I'll be happy to move past this.
Great.
Mijit is like looking back and forth between the two of you throughout this conversation.
Lover squirrel.
It's not your business, Gnome. Do not worry.
Very well, human.
I toss a side glance back to Savan. Just really,
Yes.
All right. We'll be in touch, though, if we are up for another job. Thanks for your time.
Right, you do that.
We'll head out.
Okay.
Another place is the leather worker, who we gave the manticore wing to
That
yesterday.
hide and seek.
5 weeks
You
ago.
said yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh dear.
Jeebus.
Yeah, so for several sessions, I had notes about what was going to happen when you went back to that guy, and I was like copying them from week to week, and then I eventually
Sure.
just stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Bellum Rosefall. So you return to the hide and seek, which is just outside of Mindrin, along the river. Godric, yeah, you were with them when they made this arrangement, I think. So you.
I personally was not playing, but Godric was there.
That's right. It was when you were coming back from the cave.
Right after your sword was rusted.
Yeah. Yeah, so Godric was a little distracted.
Yeah.
Okay, so you step into the hide and seek, and Bellum, once again, this is the third time you've approached him, and every time he's been just like hunched over the table with, you know, a jar of some kind of chemical, and he's like rubbing this chemical into the hide, and like it's exactly as if you had, you know, you never left. He is just in the exact same spot. Everything looks just like it was the last time you approached him. And he looks up to see you all, and he says, I know you all. I have something for you." And he he goes over to another table and pulls out from under it this cloak, and he holds it out, and he says, "Now I'm a bit of a tinkerer, and let's say this is a somewhat of a prototype. But if you are willing to take some notes on how well it functions, I can maybe make some improvements on it, and in the meantime, I can sell it to you for a pretty reasonable price if you're okay with that arrangement."
So I assume you've done enough control testing on this that now you just want to see how it works in the field.
Control testing, right? Sure.
Insight?
If you want.
Yeah.
Do you really want to know?
He knows exactly what you're talking about. You assume he probably has some very careful notes somewhere that he's taken
There's
during
just
the
a-
process.
Yeah, there's a notebook full of
Mhm.
all of his very carefully laid out process.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Got me curious, at least. What exactly does it do?
Well, it's I took the feathers, and well, I had to sort of remove them from the original skin, and then treat the skin and refasten. He goes into this technical description of how he reattached the feathers, and certain feathers had to go in just the right place. But it should, if you were to fall off of some high place while wearing this cloak. It should maybe help reduce some of the damage. You should be able to kind of glide a little bit as you're falling, and shouldn't probably won't hurt as much.
Probably.
Well, if it works in a lab, it should work on the side of a mountain.
You
Let's go
might
test
not
it
want
right
to
now.
Start on a mountain. But I could give it to you for 25 gold pieces. And of course, your promise to come back and tell me how it worked.
How about 15? We'll give you information on how well it works, and if we come up with more stuff, we will come back to your shop.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, dice.
You have your pool of cool if you would like to dip into it.
No.
Oh, okay. He go. I mean, I spent a bunch of time on. I'm slipping the accent again. I spent a bunch of time on this yesterday that I could have been spending on, projects and kind of gestures to a pile of, furs and hides that are sitting on the table. I'm afraid I'm gonna need 25 gold.
Understandable. And it certainly looks worth it. No, put that on the counter.
Okay. So you can add, or somebody can add to their inventory a Cloak of Gliding prototype. You don't know how well it'll work, but when you would like to use it, let me know, and I will tell you what happens.
God.
So is it like a cloak of white feathers, basically, looking? Or is it...
It's brown. Yeah, the manticore that you fought was brown, and so the yeah, it looks like, you can tell that the original skin under the skin of the wing has been treated, so it's a slightly darker brown than it was when you brought it. And the feathers on top have the same brown coloring that they originally had.
Okay. Noted.
Okay. What is next?
No city
Everybody
business coming in
taking
yet?
Everybody taking a nap? Not yet.
If you got nothing better to do, road trip.
I mean, we're expecting a call from the guard today.
Are we?
Yeah, are we?
So what are they supposed to call about?
Yeah, so Captain Raid asked for you to check in today, and then Supaklu made a comment about the sending stone.
I think I just asked where to meet them, and he said that he could call us.
That's what it was, yeah. And so, yeah, you're expecting them to contact you sometime this morning.
Got it.
Gather that they're
Well-
still processing. I mean, surely the repercussions of yesterday's events are still percolating among the city council.
Has it been a couple hours yet since we went to the library?
It's been probably an hour or two.
Okay, so the word might not have gotten there yet.
Probably not.
Okay. I mean, are there other smaller libraries around? I assume there are.
Well, you certainly know of one.
Yeah. How close is that to us right now? Actually, wait. Did she ever see my actual face? Was I disguised?
You had your actual face when you entered, and then you disguised, and then you undisguised. So she's seen both your actual face and a disguised face.
Okay, but I can make whatever face I want. Alright, how close is that?
Say 20 minutes.
Alright, I want to go try and look something up at the library. And if we're not going to be able to get into this thing for a little bit, might as well check to see if there's anything about it in the smaller library.
Okay. So you're going to the bookworm?
Yeah.
Like every place in Mindrin is either has some name with a terrible pun, or it's like some ridiculous animal name.
What does that say about you, Andrew?
So much.
Apparently, he likes places more than
More than what?
women.
Oh.
So every female character is like an
That's
assassin
not
or a
true.
Sneeko. Or a goose, apparently. I don't know.
So you enter the bookworm to see Exhibit 1
A
as
goose.
to why that is not true. You
I switched my face to something random.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else wants to follow me in here, but
Yeah.
I'll come with
are
you,
all
sure.
going?
I got nothing to do.
I guess I need to see this evidence.
Sure.
Sivan, I assume you have your hood up. Okay.
No, I've gotten a taste for the dramatic reveals, so
So you all enter the bookworm, and you see an older human woman behind the desk, and she seems to be reading a book as you enter, and she looks up, and she hmm. She looks up and says, "May I help you?"
so question, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
So would I know that my patron is a fae, or would I just know that he? I don't know if I would know that he's actually like a fae creature.
I don't believe that you would.
Huh. So what am I
There,
looking?
there, you would know, what's in the experience that you had that's in the original document that you
Yeah,
sent me. You would know
right,
what you saw there.
right.
That's about it.
Huh. Okay. I guess okay. I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm gonna say, "Good morning. Do
Good
you happen to
morning.
have any stories about, let's say, like woodland legends or something more like natural legends or something like that?"
Hmm. Roll a d20. That d20. 17. Okay. Yeah, she says, we have a few titles that I think that you might find interesting, and she takes you to um the back of the first stack, and you see several titles that are related to. One is clearly more like farther out there type of things, like fairies and nymphs and things that may exist somewhere but are certainly more rare. Whereas there's another book that's more like experiences that people have had in the wilderness, like Sasquatch type of stories that um, nobody would put a lot of stock in. It's probably just people's overactive imaginations, but they're recorded as told by the people who are, fervent in their belief of what they saw.
Mhm. Um, I mean, I'll take both of them back to a table or something and leaf through them, see if there's anything I see.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oof.
Oh, look at that! And you are specifically looking for information about
References
your
the Carrion King,
okay.
probably. Or
Hmm.
actually, or even stories about like how, because I can't imagine warlocks are super common. Would
Hmm.
warlocks be very common?
It's not super common, but I mean, there are certainly, strange and magical things that happen in Sephiria.
Okay, so I'd be looking for like in that account of like in that book with the accounts of things, like looking for people that got mystical powers or things like that. And then in the other book, I'd be looking for specific mentions of Carrion King.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while he does this?
And I also do some looking around to see if there's any references to Island of Fire.
Fire.
I guess I can look for references. I doubt there's anything about Ryokan.
Okay.
And we lost to Beryllium.
Oh, oh no.
Just your camera, apparently. Okay, you can both roll me investigation checks.
This will go well.
Investigate. Oh, not bad.
Okay.
I want to read about some fiends.
Ooh. Okay.
Like yourself.
But yes.
See, God, he's so prejudiced. Correct, but prejudiced.
Wait. Didn't we establish that she didn't show up on your Detect Evil?
Yes.
Not
uh,
a
I got a
okay.
10 for investigation.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I tell you what. Why don't we start next week, and I will give you a lore dump on each of these 4 topics, what you have found or not found, as the case may vary, and we will go from there. Sound good?
All right.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Oof.
Wow. Bizarre episode.
Yeah.
It's the best
Fun,
kind.
though.
So happy we got a long rest. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I'm gonna go take a real long rest.
Me
By
too.
long rest, I mean I'll
Nice.
get 5 hours of sleep.
Ouch.
No, wait. No. I can math. I'm gonna get 7. It's fine.
Nice.
I don't have to
5,
be
7.
at school until noon tomorrow. So
Oh, very nice.
Then you can
usually
take a
9
short rest
a.m.
when you get home.
All right. Well, thanks for those who stuck around in the chat. Looked like there was some activity at least. So nice to have people around. And we stopped by on Tuesday for our Rune Lords campaign. And there may be, we'll probably at least host your channel, Aramis, or something tomorrow. We'll see. Aramis is...
It's not starting streaming until the 28th.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Got it. Okay. Aramis has his own campaign coming up, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I say the scheduling doesn't work for me to play, but it'd give me something to listen to on the train ride home, at least.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you next week.